Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today and choosing this video. I am doing a craft with me project share today with some beads from Cobeads.com. So check them out if you've never checked them out. They've got some great products. And these are some of the beads that I got from them. So I'll be sure to link them below so that you can go back and check them out as well. And I'm going to make some fabric flowers today. I've got some products, oops, this one too. I've got a few things in front of me on my desk that I want to work with. I don't exactly have a plan. So come along with me for this little journey. We'll figure something fun out together, and hopefully we'll all learn along in the process. So I wanted to make some more flowers for my box, and it's just some simple ones, nothing fancy, but I wanted to use these beautiful beads to for the centers, and I thought this would be a fun thing to do. So since I'm going to be making them, I thought I'd just turn on my camera and see what becomes of it. So that's usually how the fun begins. If I get quiet, it's only because I'm not used to crafting with my camera on. So this is kind of a new experience for me, honestly. And I need to get used to it because I got to show you guys some of the things I've learned along the way. So I'm going to go ahead. I need a base for my flower. I usually start out with a base, something to glue it to, and something that later on, when somebody's using this flower, whether it's me or if I gift it to someone, they'll have a base as well to glue it to their project. So let's start with that. I'm gonna just take a 2-inch circle punch that I used and cut around a felt piece of fabric. It doesn't have to be felt, should be something fairly sturdy, but a bit flexible too, because you might need to bend it to the shape of your flower. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously my punch wasn't. I got a little flat tire on that side. Oops. And if I go off camera, I'm sorry, I'm still figuring this camera angle out. I need to check back once in a while. I can't see it from where I'm sitting, so I just want to make sure. And if I place my mat where the camera is best, and then I work over my mat, I should be in a good position right there, right? All right, I think I should be good there. So I'll try to keep in this general area for you and your viewing pleasure. So let's start with that circle. I'll probably need more, but we're gonna start with that. I've got my glue gun, my trusty, dusty, handy glue gun that's hotter than Hades. And the first one, I already started playing with this a little bit. The first one I wanna do, I wanna put some tulle underneath it. So I've just got a piece of tulle. It doesn't matter the size, really. It's gonna depend on the width of your flower. And this is kind of got some jagged edges on it, and that's perfect. That's the way I want it. I'm just gonna start folding it. Let's go this way. I folded it in half first of all. I kind of think I might want to do that again. I'm gonna fold it in half again. Yeah, let's do that, because what I'm trying to do is get kind of a layered look. And with this tulle in the back of my flower, it's gonna give it a lift and some dimension. So I'm gonna fold it in half and then in half again. This is probably, well, I guess I can measure it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 5 inches with jaggedy edges, so approximate. So once it's folded, and like I said, I don't care if it's perfect, because I'm gonna take a scissors to it, I think, once I get it to the edge. And some of these edges I see aren't 5 inches, and that's all right. I'm gonna shabby it up. So my fold is now, it's gonna be about 1.5 inches, it looks like. But I'm not really measuring, I don't care. So I'm gonna just start accordion styling this and bunching it up. And it may be easier just to glue this to the flower as I go, but I'm hoping, well, it probably will be, but then I won't have as much room to move it and manipulate it as much. So I'm going to try to do this mostly with my fingers first. I want to make sure I can get a circle out of it that's going to be big enough because like I said, I haven't planned this out or measured it in any way, shape, or form. I'm just playing. And it looks like I've twisted it all up and I don't care. So keep going. Because like I said, I'm going to take a scissors to this and I'm going to cut the edges up. I don't want it to be perfect. So I'm okay with it bunching up and not being just so. But I got to make sure it gets around that circle. And it will. So I'm going to kind of tighten this up a little bit. If you hold your thumb in the middle, it'll act kind of like a brad would. And you can kind of twist it and turn it. Just keep grabbing it there in the middle. There we go. Let's kind of twist that around. And this side is kind of square, so I'm going to probably, well, I think I'm going to use the scissors to kind of fix that. So if I keep my thumb in the middle, I've got kind of the start of a flower. Now, because tulle is so meshy and holy, not in a biblical sense, I'm going to put a big dollop of glue here in the middle. And I should be able to push this down carefully because I don't want to burn myself again. And most of it should stick. And if it doesn't, I can go back. Yep, see the glue coming through? So I just need to put that big old dollop in the middle and kind of squish it down with my fingernails, not trying to get my fingers caught up in that glue. You guys, I had a blister. Now there's glue on it again. I had a blister. I still have a blister there. It's just healing up pretty good. You can't really see it. It doesn't hurt anymore because the skin's dead. But really bad blister from that glue gun, from this glue gun. So just kind of squish it into that glue. It's cooled down now, so I can kind of mush it more. And look, it's stuck on there. Yay! Oops, that part didn't stick, and that's okay because I can put more glue, and I kind of expected that to happen. Put some more glue in there and do it again. Just kind of push it in there. We'll let that cool a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to use my X-Acto knife just to push it down. I really don't want to stick my fingers in it at this stage. This glue gun gets hot. I think that worked. I may not actually take my scissors to it. It's kind of cute. All right, I'll know when I get the fabric on there. So I chose this fabric. I have a ribbon that I tore, and this was from a bed sheet, or actually it's from a bed skirt, the skirt around the, anyway, I think you guys know what that is. So I'm going to do, how am I going to do this one? I kind of just want to do the same thing. I just want to make a simple flower, so I'm just going to start folding it this way. Now this one I think I will glue along the way. Actually, you know, I should. I think I'm going to glue this one as I go. Okay. Like I said, I don't have a plan and I haven't done it this way before. So this is what I'm going to do today. And this one looks like it needs some more glue in the middle too. There, that'll work. Let's just put a little bit more right there and hold it down. Not long enough so that my glue gun gets stuck, and don't get your finger in it. I must use that finger a lot. I keep sticking the same finger in the glue. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a little dab of glue back here. We'll see if this works. I mean, it should. But like I said, haven't tried it before. So we're trying it today. And then I'm just gonna use little dollops, get those scissors out of the way. Little dollops of glue as I go, okay? Hopefully you guys can see this. Get that. I don't know if that was glue or my skin. Okay, put a little bit of glue right there. And my glue gun is flowing fast enough. I don't have to squeeze the trigger or anything. It's just happening. A little bit there. We're just gonna go all the way around. We'll see how it turns out. I don't know, it might be ugly, I don't know. Hopefully not. I think it'll be cute. I don't like how the tool is lifting up. I'm gonna have to probably put more glue underneath it. Which is fine. I mean, like I said, we're learning here. Trying something different. I know that some of the flowers that I made earlier, some of you thought were a little bit too fiddly and hard to do. So I thought this might be a lot easier for some folks. It would look different than the ones I did before, so why not try it? I mean, heck or doodle. Let's just do something different. Let's play. And in no way am I thinking that I'm inventing anything, so no worries about that. Not at all. I'm trying to remember, I think when I made fabric flowers when I was younger, I think Grandma had me gather it, just put a running stitch through the ribbon and then just gather it and then glue the ends together. I think that's how I learned how to do them when I was a kid. Which makes a cute flower too. There's so many different ways that you could do it. It just depends on what you're looking for. You know, what you have at home, what you like, what works for you. I think the whole idea is just play and have some fun, right? That's what crafting is about. This is kind of cute. So far, so good. I really like this fabric. I use this one on my little golden book journal too. Just about around. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Get that out of the way. Get some of these strings out of the way. See, now how do I have glue all over my fingers already? I haven't even really touched it. I am so messy. So messy. I'm going to fold this under so it doesn't show so much. And I'm going to glue this last bit down. Actually, I'm going to do one more ruffle and then I'll glue it down. I think I can go one more. There we go. And then this one will go down this way. I should have left the shabby edge, huh? Maybe I can tuck it. I wonder if I can tuck it under this one. Because that one's got that shabby edge. I think I can do that. Are there any rules? No, no rules. No rules. Not today. I'm going to put a touch of glue right under here just to hold them together. I'm going to call that done. Oops, that didn't work. I mean, it worked. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, and I know it kind of pulls up a little bit. I'm okay with that. But I'm thinking, should I do this? Put that in the middle. And then I want to put one of these buttons in here. Ooh, here's a smaller one. I like this one better. What about this one? That one's a little bit smaller. And then put this in here. What do you think, guys? I think I'm going to trim the tool up. I want to trim the back up too. I've got way too much showing. So on this particular flower, at least, I'm going to go ahead and trim around here, being careful not to cut my flower or my thing. I also want to put some more glue back here and hold this tool down a little better. Let's just go around the base. It's not a very good circle, is it? We'll just trim it so it looks a little nicer. Not that anybody will ever see that. All right, move those out of the way. All right, I'm gonna put a little more glue down here. Just kind of press firmly to make it go through. Because it's pretty wobbly, and that's not what we want. When we're playing with it, we want it to be, at least feel secure, you know, to the base of it. Like it's not gonna fall apart. Even though we know it won't fall apart, we don't want it to feel like it will. All right, and I am gonna trim this up because I got some glue on there and I don't like it. And again, I don't care if it's perfect. It doesn't need to be. In fact, it's better if it's not. And then this piece sticks out way too much, so we're gonna kinda chop this up. And again, I don't want it to be perfect. That's okay. This one too, I don't like that one. So we're gonna trim around there. And I still feel like it's a little bit too big, but I could totally shabby chic it and go ham all over the place. I don't know if I want to do that though. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop chopping. I'm gonna put this little doily down. And I'm gonna put this little button, I haven't pushed that down yet. I'm gonna use my button to push it down right there in the middle. There we go. We've got a little shabby chic flower. And I just got glue everywhere. Messy crafter alert. All right. How's that? That was fun. All right, so that's my attempt at this little one. And get that glue back off of there. There we go. Well, it's not my favorite that I've made. I love the button. I do love the button. Got to talk about the buttons because they are cute. It's not my favorite one, guys, to be honest, but it's cute and it works, and I think it'll be fun to add to something. So yeah, there's that one. We got that one done. Woohoo! We got one down. All right, let's make another. Let's make another one. Gotta think how I want to do another one. All right, so I think this one, I know what to do with this one. Okay, I got this fabric, you guys, this remnant. It was regular $5.43. It was $1.84. I got this at Hobby Lobby in their clearance section over there. And I was totally thinking about flowers. I thought this would make a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. Okay, the fabric is really thin. It's beautiful. It's really pretty fabric. So I need a base for this, and it can't be that felt. That won't work. So what are we going to use for a base for this one? I don't have tons. I don't have tons of fabric, so I don't really have much that's going to match it. But I do have, oh hush, I do have this black cotton fabric. I got a bolt of fabric from my thrift store. There's got to be at least 2 or 3 yards on here for $1.99, you guys. Yep. Love that. Love that. I always try to look in there, in that section of their store, because they put the bolts over there. I got a bolt of lace for $1.99. And it's a lot. I'd show you, but it's a lot. It's on the board and everything, the whole bolt. It's not a whole bolt. I mean, there's some fabric missing, but somebody bought a bolt of fabric, and I guess they were done with it because they dropped it off. All right, so I'm gonna cut another base the same size because this is a good size. I'm actually cutting 2 pieces of fabric because we can use it for a second one if we need to. Might as well do 2 at the same time. or prepare for two at the same time, even if we don't do two at the same time. But maybe we will. All right, so here is a base. And this flower, I know what I'm going to do with, because this flower is going to be gorgeous. All right, so what we're going to do first, I'm going to cut out a whole bunch of these circles out of this fabric. And it's not folded evenly. Forgive me. Let's see here. Oh, it's so pretty. This is so pretty. This is going to be beautiful for like Dad for Christmas things. Ugh, it's going to be hard to work with, I can tell already. I probably should have done this part before I started recording, huh? But like I said, it's a craft with me. It's a let's create together kind of moment. Let's see if I can fit one more fold in here, because I think my scissors should be able to cut through all of that. That'll save us a few minutes. There we go. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yes, ma'am. I'm just going to go straight across from here because it'll be easier to work with. And here we go. I love this fabric. I just, ugh. And if these aren't perfect circles, that's okay too. They need to be fairly circle-ish, but perfection is never necessary here. I shouldn't say never, but right now it's not. Because these are going to be a bit shabby chic. So, yeah. Perfection, not necessary. Now, I didn't leave enough of here to probably save for much, so I'm going to go ahead and just toss those in the bin. And there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time, because I think I'm going to need that many more, at least. I might should do it one more time, actually, because I'd rather have too many than not enough and have to start over and have to fold it and all that stuff again. Not that it's hard, but I mean, you see my struggles. All right, here we go. Hopefully my video won't end up being forever long. Or you could just turn me on in the background while you're crafting. And uh-oh, some of these might not be actually be circles. I'm gonna have to watch for that. It looks like my fabric moved a little, which is fine. It's fine. It feels like all my edges, I think I'm okay still. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna toss this back to fold it later pile. Here we go. The cat will be happy because I think she has situated herself over by my fold it later pile and is lounging. You could probably hear her call me and yell at me when I threw fabric back there. Okay, there we go. All right, good enough. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Put that away. Get out one of my bases. Put the scissors up. I won't need those for a bit. I will need some glue soon, but that's okay. I don't need it yet. Now, what we're gonna do, wow, this is thin. Okay, so with our circles, we're gonna fold it in half and then fold it in thirds. So 1, 2, and then we'll make this little triangle. See how pretty that is? And then we're gonna put a little dab of glue in there. Normally I'd glue the first part too, but with this being so thin, I don't think we need to. I think we're good. Okay, we're gonna do a bunch of those. Let that dry. Pinch it together and it'll stay like a little cone. All right, we're gonna do a few of those. If we have some odd edges, that's quite all right. Okay. And actually, I can probably just start gluing these on as I go, huh? So we're going to do the outside circle first. We're just gonna go like that. We're gonna make it a big, kind of a big flower. See if I can get some of that. Ugh. Why is that glue turning white? Probably because I smushed it the way I did. There we go. And when we glue one on top of the other, it's gonna overlap just a little bit. The more it kind of overlaps a little, it'll look a little more natural the way it falls. See how that works? It looks like a continuous ribbon and it's not. We'll keep going with the next one. Half, and then a third, and we'll put a little glue right there, and a third again. We'll squish it. A little glue on the back, and then place it. And then when we get to the middle, we're going to use a button. These are so pretty. I just have to decide which button. And there we go. Have you guys made these flowers before? I know I did a tutorial previously, but I can't remember if this is the one I did or if I did the other one I learned that day. I don't remember. Don't remember. But I've made several of these. I really love how they turn out. And with Christmas projects coming up soon, I'm thinking this will be a great flower for that, or for whatever. But with the gold in this fabric, it's kind of a brown, kind of a, I guess, bronze maybe color with the metallic. It's so pretty. Getting a little too close to the middle, so I'm going to kind of come out. Once this is done, if your circle ends up a little wonky, it's okay, because you can take your scissors and trim it up, and it's okay. You can fix it. So if it's not perfect, don't worry. You need to try to go around in a good circle, but it can be fixed. So don't stress. And it shouldn't matter what fabric you use either. You should be able to do that still. Again, they're going to be kind of shabby chic-ish, so perfection is not the goal. I think that's why I like this style, the shabby chic style, is because, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. And that just adds to the charm. That one was not cut through, so we'll just cut it. We're going to have a flat edge, so I think I'm going to go this way so that as I talk about not being perfect, it's okay not to be perfect. Oh, I've got a flat edge. Let's fix it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be good, right? I want it to be good. And I know sometimes some folks will be worried about which way the fold goes, and some, I don't care, because you'll see that it'll look a lot more perfect if you make the fold go in the same direction. For instance, what I'm talking about is I know the creator that I watched, she would make sure that I think she said that she liked the fold. So this fold right here, when you fold that second part over, she liked them all to lay the same direction. And it made her flowers were gorgeous. They were perfect. But for me, that's not important. You might like it that way. So if you're doing this, give it a try. Give it a try both ways. Make the folds all go one direction, and then try one where they don't. and see which one you prefer. I loved her flowers. They were gorgeous, really simply gorgeous. But I think it turns out just as well, different, but just as well if they don't go all the same direction. Just depending on what you're looking for. For me, nature's not perfect. If you look at any flower, you're going to find the petals are different. Nature takes its toll, and you know, they won't be perfect, and that's part of their beauty, is their imperfection. So it doesn't matter to me. If you think about it, even our faces, they say our faces are even imperfect, in that one side of your face does not look exactly like the other side of your face. So try that on for size. God knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing when he made us. All right, let's see here. I'm kind of squeaking into the middle again, so I gotta stretch that out. See how this one overlapped there? But it's if I followed that trend, it would kind of come in, and I don't want to do that. So I push this one out a little bit more again. I'm just correcting myself. Those scissors are the best scissors in the whole wide world. You know why? These were my grandmother's sewing scissors, and I love them. They work beautifully, and my grandmother used to create with those, which makes them amazing. It makes me feel like Grandma's here with me in this journey when I use her scissors and her supplies. It's fun. All right, getting there. This round is almost done. We're gonna do one more round in the middle. So hopefully you're all still with me. This one won't take as long though, because we won't need as many petals. But isn't this cute? It's coming along really nice. Really, really nice. Looks like I missed a lot of these. That's okay. All right, fold into thirds. If I can figure out how to edit my my videos, you guys, maybe I can cut some of the nonsense out. We'll get to the end of it faster. But here we go. All right, that round is done. So now we just need to do one in the middle, and this is gonna where it starts getting really puffy. It was super cute. And then I'm gonna have to decide on a button, because I still have not decided. Help me decide. I feel like this one's too small. This one's too cute, but I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Even though it's kind of a more glamorous fabric, I kind of like the idea of putting the more farm style button on there. And I'm thinking about putting some tulle on the back of it. Talk about shabby chic, right? We're doing the chic right now. We're gonna put some serious shabby on it. But I think it'll be cute. We're gonna audition all these things, and we'll see how they look. You guys can scream to me, do it, or no, no, no. Whatever you think. Oops, meant to fold that. There we go. Got glue so bad on my fingers right now. I think I'm gonna have to get it off before I keep going. It's starting to stick to the flower as I work. All right, get some of that off at least. Let's keep going. What I'm struggling with is with this fabric. I know I have some buttons with some rhinestones and some really pretty gems on them that I want to use. But I'll have to make those flowers later. Okay, I'm going to put those two aside. I don't like them. I don't like them. They're way off. That one's not. Okay, there we go. Got that on my finger. All right, I think I'm gonna put one or two more and then we're done with this part. Isn't that cute, you guys? Oh my gosh. What's exciting to me is I have a whole bunch of this material. And this is all I'd planned to do was make flowers with it, so it wasn't for any other reason. And I think it's a perfect reason. Ah, that one didn't even glue down. Okay, let's put a little dab there. That should do it. Hopefully my head's not in the way. Getting glue everywhere. Okay, so here's my thought. I have these cute buttons. Here, let me show you this first. I do have a little glue on the edge right there, which I will pick off in a little bit. But here's my flower. You can see it looks like I missed a petal. I'm going to trim that so it evens up a little bit. Here, I'll just do it now since I'm thinking about it. Just take your scissors, trim it up, make it the circle it was meant to be. There we go. There we go. And actually before, we can do the top. Okay. Before I add a button to it, I need to do one other thing. Now, we're going to be very, very careful in this section, in this part, because we're going to use fire. Okay? What we're going to do, and the whole reason for this, is to kind of melt the edges, but it'll also kind of give them a little bit of a natural, not a natural curl, but it'll kind of curl it a little bit, the fabric. And it's going to give it a really cool effect if I do it correctly. Now, I'm not trying to catch nothing on fire. It's just the heat that's going to melt it and make it look a little bit more finished. Just the heat, not the flame. We're not catching anything on fire here. See how it's kind of cleaning it up and don't try this at home if you're a kid. Make sure I put that, this is not for kids video on there, huh? All right, and it's making it kind of curl up a little bit. See how the edges are kind of curling? I love this look. All right, there we go. And it's kind of tightening up the flower and it gives it a little bit of body. It's really cool. I'm going to get the top in just a minute. Kind of watching these edges as they curl. I want to make sure not to do too much because then we're just going to have a melty mess on our hands. All right, let's just get the top. I want to make sure I'm holding it carefully. I know it's probably hard to see what it's actually doing, but you'll see how the edges have kind of burnt a little bit and singed together, and it's made it just really tight and full, and it gives it some texture for sure. And it cleaned up the edges. There we go. So there's that. Cute. And then I want to take one of these wood buttons. We'll go ahead and throw that away. And the choice, let's see here. Kind of thinking maybe this one would be cute in the middle. Do this one. Or I could add a pink one, which would be fun. That actually might be really fun. I could do this one. Be cute. Which one, you guys, is where you got to speak up? Which one? I'm kind of in a pink mood today. I feel like I'm feeling the pink. I think it stands out a lot more. What do you think? Let's do it. Why not? Why not? Before I do that, though, hang on a second. There's one other thing I think we should do. If we're going to put a pink bow or pink on there, why don't we, gosh darn it, put some embroidery floss through the holes and tie a little knot. We'll just add one more little dimension to this, which I think will be really cute. If I can thread it through. And let's cut the other end of that. What day is today? Today's Tuesday, right? I hear the garbage truck, and he doesn't come till Friday. I wonder what he's doing. What did I miss out on? Probably nothing. And what did I do wrong? All right, well, my embroidery thread came apart, but that's okay because I didn't need the whole thing anyway. All right, all I'm going to do is tie a little knot. And it'll look like we sewed it together. Okay, trim those edges off. There we go, and then we'll just glue it in the middle. And hopefully that's enough there. There we go. There's another flower. All right, the cute little button. What do you think? Got another one. So now we've got two cute little flowers. All right, and I think, honestly, I think that's what we're going to stop for today. All right, there's two beautiful flowers. Thank you guys, if you stuck around this long, for joining me. I hope you had a good time. We'll try it yourself. Have a great day. We will see you in a while. Bye-bye.